My dear lovely Pisces, this is your horoscope for April 2024. I love April month because you yourself, sign of compassion and, first week of April, we all will be feeling this kind of compassion towards each other, love towards each other, wanting to share with everything and everyone and helping each other because all the planets will be speaking to each other in a so friendly way, in a so lovely way, as above, so below. And we will be also, as people, will be feeling towards each other more friendlier, more love towards each other. In April, we have amazing rare aspect about which I will tell you about it later. But just to mention that two beneficial planets, big angels of the universe, your ruler, ancient ruler Jupiter, planet of luck, meeting Uranus, planet of surprises. I call that aspect surprise. Unexpected surprises, and stay tuned to hear all about it, in which area of your life it is happening, my dear Pisces. Now, even though we're starting April with Mercury retrograde, Mercury retrograde meaning moving backwards, and when Mercury retrogrades, it's better not to start anything, not to initiate anything new, and not to do any plastic surgeries, not to, sign papers, important papers, better to postpone them, because all things might go wrong, because Mercury is the planet of communication and signing contracts. We needed to be sharp. We needed to be direct so that everything is right and correct. So we can sign that paper safely, do that plastic surgery, all these kind of things. I've spoken a lot about Mercury retrograde in a separate video, more in-depth information for each zodiac sign, with predictions for each zodiac sign. If you're interested, you may check it out on my channel, but here I will briefly mention where it is happening, this Mercury retrograde. It's happening from 2nd April. For some of you guys will be 1st April, depends where you live, which time zone you live. I am in Central European time zone, so it starts on 2nd April up until 25th of April, meaning whole month, because allow it 10 days before it starts retrograding and 10 days after it starts retrograding. As planets, any planet, when they retrograde, they need to turn direct, right? Make their way direct. So allow it 10 more days, and from both ends, and then sign those contracts. And in general, April is more like a retrospective month. Even though we're starting this Mercury retrograde, it's a good month to redo things, to reshape, redesign, rewrite, give it a second thought, remake, just sit back and relax. The universe is telling us just, give it anything second thought, whatever is happening in your life. Do not act, you may react, but just, let's say, resize. Make measurements, think twice, don't initiate. It's this kind of month. Plus we have solar eclipse in April, and when we have solar eclipse and in general eclipses, we have tunnel vision. What does it mean? Eclipses come in pairs, and first one appeared on 25th of March, second one will happen on 8th of April. Now between these two dates, we have 2 weeks of darkness, tunnel, let's say stardust, when universe lifts every situation and destiny and person up into air, and we don't know how it falls back onto the earth, and we need to give it a time. Give time to universe and eclipses to bring the change in situations into your life, the news into your life, so that dust will settle down, and then we act. That's why the solar eclipse and Mercury retrograde, they both telling us, relax in April. Better not to initiate anything and sign anything, and especially during solar eclipse, do not make decisions. If you make decisions around solar eclipses, usually those decisions, are very hard to change. It's like negotiating with the devil. It's really hard to change the decision and go backwards. And it's like a stamp of the universe on that decision, which will stay for a long time. If you have to make a decision, that make sure that you really want that, what you going to do, said to do. Now, let's start from the beginning. We have Mercury retrograde from 2nd of April in your house of money, my dear Pisces. Now, a house of money here, it's better to everything Like with Mercury retrograde, it's nice to refinance your projects or recalculate. It's good to change your plan, let's say a loan like plan bank in a bank, or change your credit card or pay your debts. It's amazing, but not advisable to start something new around your finances, my dear Pisces, and especially sign new job offers, because in the second house you might have new contracts to sign. Give it a thought. If it's possible, postpone it until May. You can always say like, I need to give it a revision to my lawyer or financial advisor. Have someone to give you, a second look at those contracts, and have someone to help you out with that. Triple check and double check if you need to do so. Now, 5th of April, we have Venus, planet of love and beauty, and also money, also shining in your second house, house of money, earn income. Venus will help, will try to help you with these finances and hosting Mercury retrograde, and might even bring money into your house, into your pocket. But again, here is universe is just tricking you and checking you. Sit back and relax, and better not to initiate anything. Now, 8th of April, we have this stellar, fantastic solar eclipse, new moon solar eclipse. New moons, when sun and moon, they come together and they give birth to a new energy. But when there is an eclipse, they give energy to the whole universe, to the whole new dimension. And eclipses, they are 10 times stronger than regular new moons or full moons. And eclipses happen because of the destiny nodes. North node and south node, those lunar nodes. And because they happen on the destiny nodes, they usually bring destined things. Eclipses are all about not just a regular type of events, but those type of events that happen only once in our life, like get married, giving birth a baby, or graduating, immigrating somewhere, or someone is exiting our life, or divorcing, like these kind of things that are life-changing, that we usually remember for a long time, and we can easily recall to those events. Oh, I've done these things. Oh, this thing happened around this time. And usually it's around eclipses time, my dear Pisces. But this new moon solar eclipse is such an amazing eclipse. Usually eclipses are intense, People don't like changes, and that's why we take it hard. But this one is such a positive eclipse. I haven't seen in a long time such an eclipse as, star. I literally couldn't find anything bad about this eclipse. And this eclipse is happening in your money house, my dear Pisces. Those who are born around 9th of March will be the luckiest the most, or plus or minus 5 days. Of course, all of us will get the portion of luck, but those who are born around that date will be, extra lucky of you guys. And let me tell you about usually how these eclipses bring news. Whatever is news with this eclipse or change or event in your life, only few of us usually get this kind of events and news exactly on that day it appears. Here is 8th of March. But most of us, my dear Pisces, we usually get the news of eclipses already during a month before it appears. Meaning March. You might have gotten in March already your portion of news and shake up of your life, changing it upside down to the brighter side. If you didn't get anything such sort, then it might be happening a month after eclipse appears. So you still have time up until 8th of May. All of us will be, destinies are getting corrected. Eclipses are perfect tools of the universe, like they are compass, like they are correcting the destiny, of, direction of our destinies, where we're moving. They're like, knock, knock, this is not the way that you're taking, this is the wrong way, you should go here. So they change, they give the circumstances, they change the situations in a manner that they make sure that you are following your destiny. And this kind of situations might be unfolding during these 2 months, my dear Pisces. Please do let me know what was the situation and news about the solar eclipse. Let me be happy for you, as this is a positive eclipse. And I will make a whole separate video on this eclipse because it's such a stellar eclipse. I can't miss it. and I will tell more in that there. But let me give you a few situations that might come up as a news with these eclipses in your life. But only one or two will be about your life, not all of them. Why? Because we're all Pisces, but then we are all different. How so? Because we consist of three signs, my dear Pisces: sun sign, rising sign, and moon sign. So if you don't know your rising sign or moon sign, go draw up your natal chart. There are online bunch of resources drawing your natal chart, and which check it out, which sign was rising when you were born and where was the moon when you were born. And those two signs, total three signs: sun sign, moon sign, and rising sign, they are important. They equally bring events into our lives. And some of us born at night, some of us born by the rising by the sunrise, and some of us during daytime. And that's how you can check, actually, by checking all three signs horoscopes for yourself, which one is stronger at play right now in your life currently, which one is currently more influencing your rising sign or sun sign or moon sign. That's how astrology works. And I know that many people check their sun sign, but let me tell you, horoscopes are written for rising sign usually, not usually, but all the time. And do check your rising sign and moon sign so that you get a complete picture of the month ahead, my dear Pisces. Now let's dive deep into this new moon solar eclipse messages happening in your house of money, my dear Pisces. It seems like there is a new energy, new chapter in your earning abilities. It really might be a new job offer for you, with which I would suggest, signing that offer, because that offer, I'm sure you will like it. It seems like you will love that offer. It seems like the money will be amazing that was offered, and it seems like you will be rushing to sign it. But again, with Mercury retrograde, just give it a time and try to postpone it until May. And it seems like you might get a new job offer, a lucrative one, with a good, amazing salary or bonus system. Or it might be you will find another source of income, my dear Pisces. Maybe there will be another second job that will be, giving you extra money. And new moons, solar eclipses, they are 10 times stronger, so they are making your money more. Or it might be also about salary revision at your current place. It might be you are getting more bonuses for the work well done, or totally revised new salary, which will be double of what you earn now, my dear Pisces. And second house is about all types of resources, like materials, psychological, our energy, food that we consume. It all gives us, resources, all gives us energy. And for some of you guys, it might be about that. You might start, I don't know, eating differently, your eating habits. It might be you might, decide to become a vegan or vegetarian or any other like plant-based, I don't know, meal type of eating. Or finding for yourself some sort of new resources where you get energy. Or you might start doing sport. Or you might start doing Pilates or yoga. Anything could be here, so that your resources are getting revamped, let's say. New power is getting here. For some of you guys, it will be about self-worth. Why second house is a self-worth? It's because our earning abilities, how we earn money, how much we earn, that's usually also gives us power of thinking about our worth as well, what we are capable of. And here, positive solar eclipse is bringing positive changes, my dear Pisces. Your self-esteem is growing, which is amazing. Your self-worth, self-love is growing here. And also, it's about values. Second house is what we value in our life, what kind of priorities we have. Maybe it's a love or family that we value the first and the most, or it's money for some people, or some other things, maybe children, maybe books. And here it seems like your values are getting shifted by this destined solar eclipse. It's a destiny, my dear Pisces. Your values are getting shifted. Your priorities are changing in life. Second house is also about material possessions, about expensive gifts. Here you might be gifted by an expensive gift, or you might want to buy something expensive like a house, like a car, or a jewelry, or something very valuable, any type of real estate, or some sort of expensive gift. Someone might give you, or you will buy for yourself too. You might finally decide, I'm earning enough to buy this kind of things. And you will be super happy about that, my dear Pisces. Please do let me know what was the message of this solar eclipse. Now, 19th of April, we have Sun moving into your third house. Communication is buzzing, my dear Pisces. By the end of the month, you will get in a more sociable kind of a mood. Sun, giver of life, light of our universe, is shining in your house of communication, all sorts of communication. And right on time, Sun will witness these two big angels, Jupiter, planet of happiness and luck, joining force with Uranus, planet of surprises, on 21st of April, right in your third house of communications. Sun will witness their meetup in such a long time. This is the rare aspect I told you in the beginning. These two planets, they are big angels of the universe. They are benefic planets. They shower us with the joy, with happiness, with luck, with prosperity. And these two planets are planets of expansion. Whatever they touch in the chart, they make it bigger. They expand it. And it's happening in your house of communication, my dear Pisces. And why it's this conjunction called rare? Because these two planets, they meet every 14 years. That's how long it takes for them to meet each other, to hug each other. An effect of this meeting we've been already feeling since the last half of March. We will be feeling in April and whole May also. But exact meetup of these two coming to the same point in your chart will happen on the 21st of April. They will finally say to each other, long time no see, my brother. Every 14 years. Next time they're going to meet, it will happen in 2037. That's how long it takes for them to meet. And to meet in the same sign, it takes even longer, my dear Pisces. So use this opportunity. Your ancient ruler, Jupiter, planet of luck, is meeting his another benefic brother, Uranus, planet of surprises, in your house of communication, house of siblings, I call this aspect happy surprises, unexpected surprises. It might be that you are, let's say, publishing a book, and you will get a fame on that book, my dear Pisces. All of a sudden, because you probably wouldn't be expecting it, anticipating it. Or your siblings, if you have your siblings like brother or sister, they might get happy surprises to tell you all about. It might be they are getting married, or they might be getting lucky somewhere in their life. Some sort of luck is coming into their life, and you will be happy about it too. Or it might be about, some sort of new skills, some sort of courage. If you've been, having some dream to do something in your life that you've never thought you're gonna do, or you've been thinking that it's just such a dream or a wish, and you don't possess the necessary skills, this will be the moment when the universe will show that everything is possible, my dear Pisces. This will be the moment when you realize that whatever skill is that, is actually in your capacity, my dear Pisces. And you will finally be brave to pursue that. Maybe you will start a course or short training, and begin learning new skills. Let's say like a driving skills. Or you might even buy a car, or someone gift you actually a car. That will be an unexpected surprise for you, my dear Pisces. And any type of transportation, actually, not only car. Maybe you will be gifted by a plane. That would be amazing. And also, it's about your neighbors. It might be that your neighbors are getting lucky and they will be sharing all happy news with you, or distant relatives, my dear Pisces. And it seems like it's more about your past, and you might be finally able to communicate something dear to your heart. Something that, let's say, one or two secrets of yours. You are, my dear Pisces, you have lots of secrets, and you might be, to your own surprise and surprise of others, might be able to share one or two of your deepest thoughts. and your subconscious mind will be speaking to you too, my dear Pisces. So enjoy this aspect, and do let me know what was the message of this aspect in the comments, so I will be happy for you too. And by the end of April, Venus, planet of love and beauty, will join all these benefics, Jupiter, Uranus, and Sun, in your house of communication, and bringing more gentle touch to your communications with others, communications with your brother, sister, relatives, and neighbors, and bringing you, this shining moment in your communication skills. Now, 24th of April, we have full moon in your ninth house, travel house, my dear Pisces. Full moons are all about closure. They are all about endings, and full moons, they are like a big bulb of light usually. They shine something in your life that needs your attention. They put light on something in your life that needs your resolution. And they usually bring to an ending something that was already in your life, bubbling up there, building up there up until now. And this full moon will show you that something is closing. And Pluto, planet of transformation, will be at a harsh angle to that full moon. Will make a disagreement with that full moon in your travel house. But because this full moon is happening in such a compatible sign to yours, my dear Pisces, it seems like the news of full moon will be not so much of a upsetting than for other signs, my dear Pisces, for you. And it seems like universe is telling go easy on Pisces to Pluto. Pluto is situated currently in your house of past, in your subconscious mind house, 12th house. And those of you who are born around 22nd of February will be affected the most by this news of this full moon. Anyhow, you will have support from Mars, which will be situated in your sign, my dear Pisces, before he leaves, your sign actually, and before he moves forward to his own home, to Aries. And Mars will be supporting you during this full moon. And it really looks like universe is protecting you from Pluto for now. And happening in the ninth house, it seems like it might be that you, let's say, if you're planning a trip somewhere far, somewhere abroad, that trip might have some issues to it. And especially with Mercury retrograding the last days, Mercury retrograde is very notorious. It is very well known, miscommunication types around this, events around the days when it finishes its retrograde, 24th, 25th, and the beginning of retrograding. So I won't be surprised if your trip gets cancelled or postponed, or somehow the dates will be mixing up. So double check your ticket and dates and hotel booking and everything, so that you will not be affected by this full moon on 24th of April, as it is happening in your travel house. Or it might be also about some situation that is happening abroad where you are traveling. That country might have some situation that you cannot fly in there. It might be also the case if everything is fine with your papers and documents, but the country where you're flying in might have some problems. Or it might be also about all these travel documents. Like if you are in the process of getting a visa or applying, or you've already applied and you're waiting for an outcome, now might be the time that they will give you the shortest, maybe, the term, or might even decline your application whatsoever. It might also happen. Those of you who are in education, my dear students, Pisces, or teachers, Pisces, it might be also about teaching. There might be something going on. It might be your health giving some issues that you might be missing your studies or teaching sessions. And it might be also about your, past situations, some issues coming up into your life, so that it needs your attention and you cannot attend classes. Also, ninth house is about legal affairs. Now, those of you who are involved in legal cases, in the processes, this full moon indicates that most probably the case won't be in your favor. The ruling won't be in your favor, my dear Pisces. So, anyhow, universe is protecting you here. So I think many of you have chances to win the case anyhow, my dear Pisces, but there will be some risks to pay also. And those of you who are trying to publish their articles, especially researchers, or their book, or some sort of research, there might be also issues with the publishing house might come up, and they might reject to publish, or there might be some problems with your editor. And those of you who are passing exams, better to avoid this day to take up an exam. If you are retaking exam, I have a feeling that you will pass, my dear Pisces. But if that exam is new, there is a risk that you might fail in those exams, my dear Pisces. Anyhow, both of these things are happening in your travel house. It might be linked to your travel situation. And lastly, Mars, planet of motivation, planet of activity, on 30th of April, spending whole April in your sign, giving you motivation and activities a lot, will move into your second house, house of money. Now here a little bit extra careful, because Mars in second house might give you a lot of spendings, and some sort of hunger to buy everything in the shops. So better to avoid all shops if you don't want to drain your pocket. And Mars being a planet of activities and energy and fire, it might really fire up your money house, and you would want to buy everything and spend. It might increase your spending. Caution here. And in general, Mars in the second house, it might also give a lot of errands around this financial house, like financial papers to sign, and also refinance some things. And by the end of April, you might start doing all those things in new beginnings, my dear Pisces. This was your horoscope for your April, my dear Pisces. If you like and find some useful information from my horoscope, one or two information, please like and subscribe, and stay tuned for new moon solar eclipse video. Bye bye.